Today I'm going to start digging my second run of trenching for the electrical to feed my hay barn, which also will go to feed the greenhouse. But now I got to dig this trench from the hay barn down through here towards the front of the house where the service line's at. So I'm going to remove this concrete that I'm sitting on, probably 50 feet or so of old concrete sidewalk sitting here. So we're going to go ahead, remove that, and dig our trench about 3 feet down for the electrical. As you can see, I had a hard time getting this up, and apparently whoever put this in put 2 sticks of rebar in it. Now that's overkill for a sidewalk. You don't need to put rebar in a sidewalk. If you want, you could put a wire mesh in there, but rebar, that's just an overkill. Anyway, at least I got something here. I could cut that rebar, and probably have to cut the sidewalk up in chunks. There you go, got the concrete out of the way. I'm gonna dig a trench right through here, basically where the sidewalk was. And where the sidewalk was, just really close to the building. So I'm not sure if we'll put a sidewalk back or not, but if we do, the sidewalk would be away from the building out there. Anyhow, I'm gonna dig a trench through here, up to here. At this point, I haven't decided if I should send the electrical under the porch, which that would be less digging, or if I should continue to dig a trench along the edge of this flower bed and then head up that way to hook up to those panels. Well, anyhow, guess I'll start digging and make that decision when I get to that point. Okay, I'm up here by my hay barn. As you see, I've already got a conduit laid out, feeding the line to the solar building greenhouse, the wire already in it. So I gotta dig a trench from here, down and around, to meet up with that trench. Alright, I got the wire laid out in this ditch. Start threading the PVC pipe over it. Like I said earlier in my previous video, seeing how I'm by myself, I have to lay the wire down and then one by one slide each PVC through it. The right way would be to put all your pipe in the ditch, glue them up, have two people, one person to feed the wire in while the other person at the other end pulls the wire. But I'm by myself, so this is the way I'm doing it. I'm sure it was probably an easier way doing it by yourself, but this is what I came up with. Got the wire fed underneath that pipe right there. That pipe there is actually a sleeve. It's got a water line and a conduit going through it, heading out that way to some lights out in the yard and water for the garden and the chicken run. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to work feeding more of this pipe, or I should say feed more of this wire through that pipe, one by one. They're 10-foot sticks. Okay, I got wire inside the pipe from that green pipe there, all in the trench. Up here, fix that bin. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bury this part, so that way I get my driveway back. One line of pipe through here with that big gauge wire, 250, hooked up to the hay barn. It's all inside the pipe here, all the way down there towards the main panel, which I haven't got it hooked up yet. I got another line in here that's going to turn, go that way. I'm going to put a panel there to feed my garage, because I have voltage drop in the garage. Every time I run a compressor, it wants to cut out. So I figured if I just get a feed line from the main panel, upsize the wires to compensate for voltage drop, stick it in that panel, and that should solve that compressor issue. And that's the wire I'm using to feed the garage. The wire size is a 2/0 wire size, so it should fit through that 2-inch pipe quite easily. This is the setup I got here to unspool the wire. Alright. Now on that big gauge wire, I've put the pipe, use a little string or a rope, and kind of pull the pipe over the wire. But this is a much smaller gauge, it's only 2/0, and there's plenty of room in there. So I'm just gonna shove the wire through the pipe. I got like 4 sticks laid out. I should be able to shove all this through there. This method probably could have worked on the bigger wire if I used a bigger pipe, like a 3-inch pipe instead of the 2. But the price difference is outrageous. I mean, so anyhow, this is the way I'm doing it. Alright, seeing how I got the trench all opened up, I'm going to go ahead and extend my water line. I used to have it turn right here and a spigot. But I'm going to extend that water line down through the trench, up around that bend, and put a spigot towards the front of the house by the steps. I think that would be better than having over here underneath the plants. So yeah, well, I got the trench opened up. I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of. This is a 3/4 inch line, and I got a 20-foot long stick. Alright, got the water line down here around this curb, and also threw in that electrical conduit, not the wire that's in the PVC in the ditch. And the spigot's going to be right there by the steps. Now I got to do is finish putting the PVC pipe over the wire up underneath the porch, and then go up to the main panels. Well, anyway, I'm going to spend the rest of the day here getting this trench buried. Alright, got that trench all buried. All I got left to do now is finish that run up to the panels. And over here, that wire there you see, I gotta make a turn right there and finish that run up to the garage, utility room and garage. Okay, I'm inside my hay barn where I got the wires coming in. And I got a 60 amp breaker right there, wire heading back out. That goes towards the greenhouse. I've got a few other breakers in here for the hay barn outlet and lights. And there's my wire coming neutral. Goes in the neutral bar here on both sides. Now my two hots, the black and the red are my hots. Green, that's my ground. Being that this is a sub panel, you do not put that screw in there. That little hole right there, that's where you'd put the screw to have neutral bonded with the ground. You don't do that with sub panels because you don't want neutral and the ground bonded. You want them separated. The only thing I got to do in this panel box was put a ground wire. It'll be like gauge number 4, gonna hook over here to the ground bar, and it'll head outside to my grounding rods that I have on the outside of my hay barn. Okay, let's head up towards the house where all the power comes from. Okay, I'm at the house. This is where all the power comes from. These wires here come from the meter. And 2 hots and neutral. Seeing how this is the main panel, the neutral and the ground are bonded, as you see with that green screw. And I've got a few large breakers, 60 amp, which feeds my other sub panel to feeds the house. And down there is my water heater. And I still got this to hook up. So I got a little work to do here. This will feed my garage. So anyhow, that's pretty much what I've gotten done so far. Oh yeah, these are the wires here that are heading out towards the hay barn. Anyhow, I'll catch you guys on the next one, and the next video would be me wiring up the greenhouse inside with some outlets and some outlets up on top there for the heaters. I'll catch you then. Bye.